We're back again, everybody. How's it all doing? All 9 of you. Yay! We're going out with Endgame against BPS. And guess what? It ain't just me again. I am joined by the one and only Ladybug. That is Amaunet.
Hello. Thank you for having me again.
That's always a pleasure. I just hope we get to see what we saw last night. Although it's not going to be the same because the Joneses are playing someone else, i.e. Loka. Which, by the way, is being streamed by Every and Wild Ones Helper. Joint commentary on Every Good Name is Taken's channel. So, you know, guys, there's action across the board. And also Robert 5, I believe it is, the Spanish streamer, is also streaming as well. I believe he's got Loka, but I can't. I just have to remind myself because I keep forgetting. But I'm pretty sure he's got Loka being... He's got Loka against the Joneses also. So that's Robert85. In fact, you can see it on the screen now. So in this channel, you've got me and Amaunet, Endgame against BPS. On the other channels, you've got Every and Wild Ones Alper, Loka and the Joneses, and Robert85, Loka and the Joneses. So, what are we in store for tonight, Amaunet? 2 games, I believe?
Let's have a look. Yeah, we have 2 matchups. Both are only best of 5 because Wargaming thinks that with a double elimination you do not need as many games to show that RNG is not a factor. So we have first 5 games on Camp Stilla, Faust and Naval Frontier.
Ooh.
And then we have second round on Helles, New Bay and Winter Malinovka.
There we go. We're gonna see some action. I don't think there's a big delay between the 2 this time, like there was last night, like an hour between the 2.
45 minutes.
There you go.
Between the first and the second, so that's normal.
Yeah, it's a lot more manageable than it was yesterday. And also, you will notice that there is a pinned message, guys, in the YouTube chat. Now, this is very important because we are giving away August battle passes. But more about that, I'm going to hand back over to Amaunet, because she's doing all the work on that one, not me. Seriously.
Basically, it's really simple. What you need to do is guess the damage that BPS will do as a team in the second game of the matchup. So post your in-game name, your server, and your exact damage guess. So not 4K, type, I don't know, 4,785 or whatever. Just like exact numbers. I again... with a very low number. That's actually really bad, but still. Anyway, type your in-game name, your server, and your damage guess in the chats in one message, and basically the top 5 that are closest to the actual damage BPS does in the second game will win a battle pass.
So good luck, everybody there. But 2 important things that you must remember. Very, very important. Number 1, the moment Amaunet types in the YouTube chat, stop guessing, we will not count any more guesses after that message.
Yes.
So that's
and
number 1.
And that will be when the second game starts for us. So 5 minutes before it starts for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the delay.
Yeah, so remember that, guys. Because the moment that message goes, anything after that message, we will not count, I'm afraid. No matter if you get it right on the nose, it will not be counted. That's number 1. Second, this is also incredibly important, and a lot of people keep forgetting this. We don't ask for your in-game name in your server for the fun of doing that. We need the in-game name. We cannot match you via your YouTube name. Okay? So, really... in-game name and server, it's most important. The reason being, Amaunet and I personally are not giving out the battle passes. They are coming from Wargaming direct. And they will only issue battle passes to those in-game names that they can find.
Exactly.
Simple. So, lecture over. Good luck on trying to win a battle pass. Because, seriously, the August battle pass is going to be a good one. As Amaunet explained last night. She's going to explain again now. It's going to be a really good battle pass.
Basically, like, you have the... Oh, there's the room invite. You have the battle pass itself, which is like always generate good value. You get quite a bit of bang for your buck, and in this case, you could get it for free. You have the camos, you have the gold, the free XP, the credits, the camos, and everything. But to be honest, I'm also really hyped about the theme, and there is a basically if you've done all your missions and you've got all the levels, then you can basically save more battle pass thingies to get crates, and with those crates you can get tanks or parts of tanks, including the phase 1 that will be in there. And to be fair, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up because the chances of that is very, very, very low. But still, there is a possibility. But basically, battle passes for me are still the best value thing you can get in the game.
They are. I mean, they're not. I mean, it's not about the tank, guys. It's not about the special tanks like the Blitzer or the Thunder or whatever. It's all the shenanigans that go around it: the gold, the XP, the credits, the boosters, the camos, and everything else. When you add it all up, it's really good value for money, and there is a free tank involved as well, obviously. And the free tank,
even.
Well, yeah, and the free tank is generally at stage 35, which is not even halfway through most of them, because they go to stage 80. So for the price, they're a really good deal. I'm not just saying that because I really do think they're a good deal in the grand scheme of things, but each to their own.
Thing is that for a lot of people, especially for the free-to-play players, winning one of these passes can have a big influence on their game development, basically, because you also have the discount certs.
Totally, absolutely.
And, yeah, all of it together. I mean, I do sound like a Battle Pass fangirl. Like, I can't look in your wallet. I am never telling anyone to buy it. But if you do want to buy something small and get the most bang for your buck, the Battle Passes are generally the way to go.
Well, I think they could. But you're right. I mean, I'll never say to anybody, you must buy a Battle Pass. I mean, if you can afford it and you want to spend a bit of cash on the game, and they are good value for money. But totally up to you guys at the end of the day. Anyway, we're in the room now. We've got just over 2.5 minutes to go, so we've still got plenty of time. And looking at the lineups here, wow, BPFs have got a very impressive lineup. Object 3, General, Playmaker, Radikos, Whoopsie, Zert, and it's not the Russian Punjani, but it's F Punjani. Used to be the F.
Also, just to reiterate, your damage cast has to be exact. You cannot say 13k. That doesn't count. You have to say 13,000 if that is your exact guess.
Yeah. So, you can't just wing it.
Exactly. So 16.5k outer man isn't counting either. If you want to damage guess, you have to make an exact damage guess because your guess now doesn't count.
Yes. We're getting ready now.
I mean, we've seen the Yo's being taken out again.
They do like the Yo's, but then again, it'd be interesting to see how BPS, because we didn't stream BPS last night. That was Wild Ones, Halper, and Every, I believe. But I'd be interested to see if they're going to do the same trick that we saw Endgame do in one game and the Joneses do, which is have one with the 2-shot and one with the 3-shot.
I am curious about basically the tanks in this map as well, because it is Camp Scylla. We hate it for a reason and with a passion. And I'm always like, I don't know what kind of gameplay that we're going to see. I do expect some crossfire happening.
Well, we have got BPS on the south spawn in Endgame on the north spawn, and BPS they're a lot more mobile than Endgame here. With Endgame, realistically, okay, they've got the Vickers, and the E5s can drop their speed boost, so can the Cran, but they have got an IS4 tucked away as well, and of course the Yos. Whereas on the other side, we've got no big heavies, we've got 2 lights, the Sheridan and the Vickers, then 3 Cran wagons and 2 Yos. So we've got basically 5 Clippers on the BPS team.
Which, if they all hit the same mark, can be absolutely deadly. But I think that the tanks that EG has chosen are more like the dig down tanks, and position wise, with the spawn that they have, that does make the most sense.
Yeah, it does. And we're seeing here we are with Endgame at the moment, and you can see that I don't expect them to be doing a hightail through C. I'm expecting at least one of them to overlook that B cap, potentially hollow purple. But you never know with these guys. And you can see there the hit point advantage is marginally with Endgame with about 400. That's nothing at this level, to be fair.
I'm still loading in again. It always does this to me, like honestly.
So already we can see Endgame making a bit of a move here with Carolade going to overlook all on his Todd and the rest of the team hightailing it the opposite direction towards that A cap and that city area. Whoopsie's already there with BPS and the Sheridan. He'll be climbing up that hill very shortly, and Efenjani is overlooking that B cap.
That basically made sense where they are putting their tanks. That is nice.
Ooh, that was cheeky indeed.
And Shocker gets it as well, crossing over.
Yeah, I mean, Efenjani and Whoopsie there, both landing their shots on Shoko and Shiu Shai as they were coming across. And again, we've got the Yos just hanging back here, but this time on both teams realistically, although Playmaker in general now for BPS are making a bit of a move.
They've made EG bleed a little bit though.
They have.
That is very well done. Now we have Carolade, who's also taking some damage, but he's holding at the windmill.
And Efenjani there just trying to get those spots. They know where Carolade is. I mean, Carolade has been spotted, but they still don't fully know where those...
reset at the last moment.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, 1,500, 1,800, 2,000.
Oh my god.
Hollow Purple really getting smacked around there.
And it was they almost had that base. Almost.
Almost. And Hollow Purple has now got a very blooded nose because of it. In fact, he's a two-shot. But,
yeah.
But Efenjani here. Oh, it's Efenjani now really feeling the pain.
Oh, that rock did not help him.
Efenjani here is...
And now we have Carolade, who has to be careful. He is getting hit now.
He is, but if they could get the Vickers out, they'd be very happy, I would have thought. And Efenjani is all alone there, and Carolade is going to push on into him.
Yeah, and Winch is looking on the other side, so he can't run. He's stuck where he is right now. There you go.
He does get a shot
That's
in.
The first one gone.
And Hollow Purple is being pushed on the other side, this time by Playmaker in general. Down he goes.
Object 3 is in the water.
Shiu Shai is in a bad place. He's in an even worse place now. He's in the garage. And Shoku is also feeling the pain here.
Object 3 has been taken out. It's going fairly evenly, HP-wise and gun-wise. Oh, not as much anymore, though.
But the HP is still... The advantage is still with Endgame at the moment. And if we look... those
we have Whoopsie.
Yeah. But
going to chase Orca.
But those Yos are very, very healthy here. And looking at Radikos, he is a one-shot, well, a one magazine to Winch and Bubushai.
Yeah, but they need to be careful because they can easily overextend here. The Yos.
Oh! Like now Playmaker's coming in to give a bit of pain. I think Bubushai came up and helped Winch out there. And he may be able to get his second shot into Playmaker, but down goes Winch.
Whoopsie taking a very epic shot from over there. Very needed as well. We now have Orca heading back to outgun, but he takes a massive hit there.
Whoopsie is now in trouble. Especially if Carolade can get
Not
round there.
necessarily. He's going to reload before Orca can kill him off.
Yeah, but he needed.
And then he has to take out Orca, which he does. But oh
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Now he really is in trouble. Carolade has finally turned up. Whoops, he's still alive, and so is Orca, and Whoops is down. Booba Shy is desperately.
Is still alive as well, if barely.
Bobby Shy is
Bobby
desperately.
Shy is in trouble.
He is. General is very healthy.
Playmaker is not, but he did cap a base. And basically everyone is a one-shot on that side.
Yes.
Oh! Very needed shot.
Now the advantage is switched here to end game. However, General is basically he's not a one-shot. He's 955. He is on a long reload. Zerd getting a very important shot.
Not going to survive this.
No, that was a very important kill there by Zerd. Now.
This is so close though.
Now, with the exception of General, everybody's a one-shot. Orca's a one-shot.
Yeah.
Carolade's a one-shot, and Zerd is a one-shot. General, however...
They're definitely going to use that. My money is on BPS because they have the base.
They do. And Orca is in... I think Zerd is just... No, I thought Zerd was going to be overlooking the base. No, he is kind of. Because they need to take the A-cap if they want to bring it back.
But he can potentially get shots into BK, but Carolade knows that as well.
Yep. And Carolade is desperately thinking of capping, but he knows that they're there and he can't really do anything about it. Orca is just, well, hiding.
The only way that EG can win this is if they get base A. And I don't think that they're going to let that happen.
But Orca is on his way to base A. He's going to cap.
No, he's going
no,
up the
he's
ramp.
not.
He's not going to cap.
No, he's not.
I think he wants to spot General in the hope. Oh, General relocating. This is so tense though.
Oh, both spotted. The thing is, General only needs to load HE to get rid of Orca.
Oh my god, what a game. 22 seconds left.
Carolade. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. He's got General and Zerd there. Has Zerd got enough gun depression, though, from that position?
No, they're not going. Oh, there
Oh! That's it.
What a game, though.
Goes to BPS. Fantastic game. Close as close can be.
What a fantastic game that was.
That really was. I mean, look how close it is on the damage.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff indeed.
Play. I think actually, had Carolade not gone to help Orca, then it might have turned out different because he lost a lot of HP crossing over there.
Yeah, he did. But he did get. I mean, I didn't see who got it. Yeah. I didn't see who got the shot in.
He did get the kill, but he didn't need it.
Yeah. It was either somebody got a shot in onto General to knock him down to basically 500 hit points. And I didn't see who that was. I think it was Carolade. I'm not sure. It could have been Orca. Because I didn't actually see that. But, I mean, General was the danger because he was very, very healthy. And that was the problem.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he had two rounds. And he could have taken both of them out and still lasted. And that was what Endgame was sort of worried about more than anything. And it was really well played by both. It's a really intense game. Really intense.
Honestly, if this is any promise for the rest of the evening, I'm going to be such a happy streamer.
Yeah, it's when you see games like this, it's just fantastic.
I love it. I really do.
I mean, and you don't normally get these sort of high-intensity battles on Camp Stiller, but you've got two clans that are quite aggressive clans at the best of times. So they're always going to give you a good showing on Camp Stiller.
But it's just like, this is the second time. I mean, it can always happen. EG isn't infallible.
Correct.
That we've seen EG being outplayed.
Mm-hmm.
At least for this first game. And now comes the second game, and that's the game where the damage guess is going to count for. And judging by the first game, that can literally go every which way.
I'm thinking now that with Hollow Purple losing over 2,000 hit points very early in the game, trying to cap A, that really was a game changer for them.
Yeah, it was. I've also told the chat to stop guessing. They will hear this in 5 minutes, but still.
So this time, endgame. Orca in the Vickers moving out towards the C cap, and the rest of the team heading towards the B and the A cap areas. Not necessarily to cap them, but to have the oversight. This time we have Object 3 in and Object 268. Going into the unusual position.
Base A will be for BPS again. They're not going to be able to reset it in time.
No, they're not.
They're not even getting a damage shot in time. And Shoko is deciding to not let himself get spotted and just not risk it.
They know. They're a bit long in the tooth end game. They know there's a 268 over there. They just don't know where he is fully yet. But they know he's there. And this has allowed Bubba Shy to take the B cap, which he should take. Although Effinjani may be able to get around that.
I'm not sure if he's going to make it. No, he's getting reset.
Well, Effinjani, he was just slightly poking out so Effinjani could get a shot in. And now he's getting pummeled quite a lot here. A bit like Hollow Purple got pummeled trying to cap A.
Oof. A little bit of bleeding going on. EG does need a base though, at least one.
Well, Bubba Shy is going to try and take the B cap again, but this time he's got Whoopsie he's got to be careful of. And he does have Radikos and Zerd over there as well.
Yeah, but I think he might make it. He does make it.
He does make it this time. And there comes the
straight after.
There comes in the shots from Zerd. And he's still getting farmed though.
He's getting farmed from multiple directions. You can't angle. Oh, look at Zerd though. He got yode.
He did. And Zerd was just biting off a little bit there as he was trying to get these shots into Bubba Shy, and it was quite painful for Zerd. As you can see, Zerd is on 29 HP.
Cheeky. I like that though, the trapping.
Well, back at the castle area, I mean, Object in the 268 is still at the back, which is why Hollow Purple, Carolade and Shoko are not pushing onto General and Playmaker. Bubba Shy is still stuck in his little corner, bless him.
Yeah, but so far he will survive there. And Zerd can't really make a move if he's spotted. Cheeky shot on Radicals over there.
Well, Orca's in a great little position to try and get these spots and shots in. And if Radikos just sticks his nose out a little bit, then Orca may be able to get a shot straight into him there. You can see.
A lot of bleeding has happened, but EG is still lacking that base. And there you go, Object 3 gets his first shot in. This also means that they now know where the 268 is.
This is what they've been waiting for. They've been trying, and now they've really stacked their tanks over this side. There are 4 now, but they do know that Object 3 is there. And the danger now is with Endgame having their 4 tanks over this side, it means they're light on Bubba Shy, although they don't know that Shiyu Shy. Oh no, Shiyu Shy is moving out of there. So Bubba Shy is now pretty isolated. And this will allow them to farm Bubba Shy a bit more. And as you can see, he's getting farmed. He's got no choice.
He's getting out of there.
He had no choice but to do that. And down he goes, though.
Taken out.
Now, General...
But base A is being kept because of it. Oh, big hits into Winch there.
Oh, yes, they were. But also equally big hits into General, who is now down to 500 hit points.
Zerd finally gets taken out. He survived for way, way longer. Base B is being stolen. BPS has the upper hand here.
They do. And Endgame would love to push, but Object 3 here in this 268 is really giving them a hard time. He's got prime position over the A cap. And he keeps rotating, so they've got no actual bead on him. And as you can see, endgame are pretty much contained. They can't really do much, and the base points are just trickling away.
They're losing a lot of HP trying to get to positions to make stuff work. But they're going to have to overextend a lot in order to make things work. And that's going to be very tricky. Look at where Carolade is.
I'm just looking at
And
Orca.
they're both bouncing shots.
Well, Orca should be able to finish Effinjani out here, but they've still not got the bases.
No, it's going to be a very close call. It might very well be kill related here.
Shaw is coming down to ram Whoopsie. He's trying to get out, but is Whoopsie going to load before Carolade? No, he does not.
Radicals, low HP. He needs
Playmaker down.
Needs to take out things very, very fast.
And they're doing that, and it's just Dagger's General leaving Radikos, who's a one-shot, and Object 3. Endgame left it to the very last minute.
This is so close, though. To be fair, it started off as a pretty stalemate game again. Hollow Purple's not going to survive that, but it's not going to be enough. EG has this game. If barely. Well, not barely.
Oh.
It looked to be going the different direction for a very long time here.
Oh. That was close as close can be.
Yes.
That could have gone either way. And the battle between Orca and Effinjani there was pretty important.
Yes.
But also over the other side, getting rid of Playmaker also freed them up a little bit. And Object 3, not surprised, he was the last man standing. And there we have the damage count.
14,324.
That's what we're
I'm
looking
going to
at.
be looking at scores after the matchup, mind. But that was oh my god! I'm loving these kind of games. Like, it's nice to see stuff so close. It's now 1-1. It's not predictable. It's not a landslide for anyone. It's not a walk in the park or anything. It is intense.
Totally. But here's an interesting point. Last night, Endgame would win and the Joneses would do the comeback. Tonight, Endgame have done the comeback in this first round.
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, it's best of 5. So it's the first to 3 victories, unlike yesterday, which was best of 9.
Yeah. Also, just to say, Yusuf and Ohan guessed like a little bit after I said no, so I'm sorry, your guesses are not going to count. But there will be another giveaway at the next matchup, so just hang tight for that.
Potato asked earlier in the chat, you're not going to hear this for another 5 minutes and the game's over. Can I speculate why BPS are using a Sheridan? I can speculate as to why they're using the Sheridan. The player in the Sheridan likes playing the Sheridan and they wanted the mobility, basically. That particular player is pretty OP in a Sheridan. That's why. And that map allows them to play it as well, especially from the spawn they were on with the 268. So that's why they played a Sheridan.
Not just that, but it's also the fact that the Sheridan, yes, has a long reload, and as you can see, when it's one-on-one, it's not really a brawler.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Sheridan is in a position where it can reload in peace, which with the team behind it or in front of it, it generally can, it will land shots of about 500 HP.
Yeah.
So you have the mobility, you have the spotting range, but you also have a big gun.
Correct.
I mean, like, so many positive ways. Maybe we can't lose.
One of Amunet's favourite maps, and a map I absolutely like as well.
Yes.
Faust. Big map. 4 caps. And already we got Endgame heading towards the D cap and pushing through with Winch and the Crown Wagons going up high. Looking over at BPS. Well...
And I only just got into the game.
Well, BPS have capped C already, so they will take the early advantage here. And you can see Radikos is the lone wolf heading towards the A-cap area. He's not going to the A-cap. Whoopsie is looking to go down and probably steal that B-cap because he has the Yos of General and Playmaker overlooking.
Yeah, I think that's a trap. It's kind of like he expects to be not necessarily called out, but sort of called out there.
Mm-hmm. Which is why those two Yos are
Or
sat
even
there.
rushed. Orga is not getting any shots in there.
No.
And this gives BPS again an advantage.
Now, what the teams don't see, we can see Efenjani and Radikos here. We can see Hollow Purple and Carolade. They don't know where everybody is. Then Whoopsie has now spotted up Carolade, and he'll spot up Hollow Purple as well. So they know that there are two Crown Wagons here. Nothing else is spotted at the moment. BPS cannot see Winch in the E5 and the two Yos coming in, however. They now see Winch.
Now Whoopsie is potentially in trouble, but not necessarily.
I think
Radikos losing a little bit of HP.
Well, Radikos could be in more trouble, but Object 3 and Zerd in the Crown Wagons and Playmaker in general, they're all coming round now, BPS. BPS are all rotating round to this position. Trying to anticipate if they push onto Radikos, because Radikos is quite forward here. And then Carolade pushing back, knowing that there are other tanks there.
And now we have Boboshai moving towards base B. He's probably going to steal that and see if he can get some shots into Whoopsie.
Now Shiyu Shy and the Yo coming in, but look at Object 3 and Zerd. They're trying to come round as well. Whoopsie is trying to push onto Shocker Shy. I don't think he realises he's on a 3-shot.
And basically EG is pushing now, leaving Whoopsie versus Shoko.
Radikos is a
They're
1-shot.
losing a lot of HP.
Yeah, but
But there goes
Radikos is
Radikos.
So
down.
many positive ways. Maybe we
To
can
be fair, Object 3 is going to go, and there he goes.
Yeah.
And Zerd is now going to feel the pain of everybody around there, and there's a lot of endgame tanks there.
This was actually quite a cheeky move. I thought it was a trap from BPS, but it was a trap from EG. Because they pushed towards base A, and in that instance, BPS thought, oh, we have not like an easier game there, but just like more of a chance of taking people out there because they're alone. But all of EG was already relocating at the time that they really made that A move.
And Efenjani is the last man standing. And there's not much you can do but ram Bubba It's as simple as that. That was very, very well played by Endgame. Not going to lie.
Yeah. Very well played. This is like the outsmarting thing that I love about EG. Just the whole movement, the anticipations and everything. And in this case, BPS played EG's game. That's the thing. You've mentioned it a few times yesterday about teams playing their own game or playing the other's game. EG performs best if they manage to manipulate someone else to play their game.
Totally.
And it's beautiful to see when it happens. But that is what they do so well.
Yeah, you're right, and this is the thing. I mean, the way that we saw there was, it looked like BPS were trying to set the trap, like you said, and it was realistically Endgame setting their trap at the A cap.
It's beautiful. I love this.
Absolutely, it's lovely to watch when it goes that way, and you could see that they were suckering in the BPS guys to that A cap, and it looked like Carolade was trying to overextend, but he was doing it on purpose. Clearly, he was doing it on purpose.
But this is basically, I mean, I can tell for myself, my breathing gets higher and I get giggly. And that's mainly because I'm just like, I legit get excited when I see games like this. It's just, it's been such a treat yesterday as well. And now we see the same sort of stuff today. And it's just, it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. And also just want to point out, EG is up for match point now because it is only a best of 5. That doesn't mean that BPS is out if they lose this because it's double elimination. But yeah.
Yeah, that's an important one tonight. This is what we said earlier. It's not like yesterday where it was best of 9. So this time it's best of 5. So this is match point to Endgame. And we're still on Faust. And we've just seen a spectacular game on Faust.
God, yes.
This time they were swapping those spawn points, so it's a little bit different. The pressure's on BPS, but when you look at their lineup, boy, there's a lot of experience and skill there.
Yeah. And again, it's those clippers, the potential of those clippers, if they hit the same target, if they can focus fire. I mean, of course they can, but I mean, like, if EG lets them have a target. You know?
Absolutely. And this
If
time
those shots go in the same tank, then it's brutal.
Totally. And this time we've got Effinjani again, fast capping D. C-cap will be taken first though. Zerd and Object 3 in the Kranwagens are staying around the area. Good reset on D there by Endgame. And you can see that the Yos...
We have EG at A as well. They're doing basically similar thing.
Yeah, but this time they got 3 Yos to contend with. Playmaker, General and Whoopsie.
This is why I feel the spawn that EG has now allows for more A activity, because it's easier to cap the base safely here.
Now,
he might. No, he's not going to get it. Oh, no, my God, he does get it.
He does. Now is Winch doing this on purpose now? Because if you look behind him, he's got those Yos and the IS-4 right behind him, unspotted.
I think he was just hoping that he'd be able to get the base. And he did get it, so EG has that advantage now.
Well, they do, but it looked at one stage, he was trying to sucker those Yos and Radikos around, and the Yos were making a move at one stage. Now they are making a move fully.
It was sort of like a win-win situation. Either they would get the base, or they would get the HP away from BPS.
And now Zerd. Oh, Zerd! How he missed, how they missed him there is beyond me. But that was Shoko in the Yo. That could have hurt Zerd side on.
Radicals here.
Oh!
I also just want to say...
Was that an ammo rack? It was an ammo rack.
Also just want to point out how pivotal Winch is being here, because he was first capping the base, then he's turned around and he's still getting shots in and everything.
Oh, down goes Orca.
Orca.
However, Whoopsie is on a long reload here. Is Carolade going to be able...
losing a chunk of health there.
And another chunk of health there. Down to 237 hit points now as Hollow Purple. Carolade now going to feel the force of these Yos. Off! Oh, 1,500! 2,000! Oh, but now they're on a long reload. However, Zerd is still over here, and so is Hollow Purple, more importantly. But Effinjani should be able to take him out. He gets a good shot into Zerd before he goes down, though.
And Borshow has to be careful not to get Yod in the bum there.
I think
Which he does.
He does, but he's desperately trying to get Zerd out the game. And he's got to be careful because Playmaker is right there. But Playmaker is right there and he's now fully loaded.
And Winch again being pivotal here.
Look at Shocker Shy. He's going to take out General, and he does.
And he takes out Zerd.
And he takes out Zerd. Now this is
the thing. This rotation stuff, and I have to say, in this case, Winch is definitely man of the match.
Oh, Winch, he's been pivotal.
Yeah.
Bobber Shy taking down Playmaker. Shocker Shy over there with Whoopsie. The 2 Yos. Shocker Shy. So Shiu Shy, sorry, not Shocker Shy. Is loaded quicker. It's a tussle between the Yos. But then it's all over.
And look at that triumphant gun into the air from Shiu Shy.
Yeah. Because he's probably relieved, because that was not easy for them. That was not as easy.
Look at that, though.
Yeah, it was not as easy as that made it look, to be honest.
It was a close one, though. HP-wise, if you look between the teams, there's only 2k damage between them.
Yep.
But it's just that, in this case, Winch, I mean, the whole team is there. They all do fantastic on both sides. But Winch, capping that base, getting away with that, even though he loses a chunk of health, it put the pressure on. And then just turning around, running around, doing whatever is needed. Beautiful.
Well, totally. And I mean, one of the things I was going to say there is, if people were seeing, we were looking at Bobushai at one stage, and I said he was desperate to get Zerd out of the game. And if you notice, he did not chase Zerd around the map, which is what you generally see. You generally see the low experienced players chasing that one shot around. And if he would have done that, he would have got wrecked. So
that was one thing. He stopped chasing him when A, the Vickers arrived, and B, Winch turned around.
Correct.
That was communication.
Correct. So I'm just
Beautiful.
on a...
Basically, games like this wake me up anytime.
Well, at the moment, we don't have any result with Loka or the Joneses yet.
No, not yet.
So, and we've just seen this one didn't go to the decider. It was closer than it looked. Best of 5. It's best of 5. So, when you've got best of 7 and best of 9, it's a little bit more different. So, we don't know who Endgame are going to be playing next. We certainly don't know who BPS are going to be playing next. So what we'll do, we'll play a couple of replays. In fact, we'll play a replay.
In the meantime, I'm going to look at winners.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and have a look to see who's matching up in the next stage. But yeah, I mean, when you get games like we saw fantastic games last night. We've seen fantastic games so far this evening.
Absolutely, I love it. I really do.
So don't let anybody say that summer season is disappointing, because it's not.
To be fair, last year it definitely was, but it was also tier 8, so there was that.
The replay you're seeing at the moment is from Sarah of Albacea going out in a grill.
Let's see. But to be fair, Loka versus Joneses is going to be amazing as well. I mean, if they're anything like the Joneses we saw yesterday.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
The thing is, the Joneses played solid yesterday. Absolutely solid.
Yeah.
And if they bring that today, then Loka are going to be surprised. It's going to take them off guard, I think.
Yeah. Time to bring out my trusty calculator. It's always so funny because my Windows is Dutch. And I'm thinking in English, so I keep trying to type in calculator, and then it doesn't find the program because it's a different word.
Oof. I mean, thankfully, Sarah's got the spore liner here, I think, because that really could have hurt the grill coming in from that E100. No, has she got the spore? I think she's got the spore liner, I'm not sure. In the chat, Yamato is saying something tells me you're a big fan of Shock Fatness. I think they're in the. I think Shock is also in the same clan as Fatness on NA.
That would explain it, definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, so they are friends in that respect. They have played together many times on NA, tournament wise. So
one of the things I really like is that with the game being as it is and with the tournaments being as they are, more and more pro players have met each other. And I think that also changes the relationship, so to speak.
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of people get hang-ups over, players from one server going to play on another server. I have no such hang-ups. And, I play on NA, Asia, and EU servers. And there's quite a lot of the pro players now from EU playing on NA, in Asia playing on EU, and NA playing on EU as well. So they do get to know each other because these guys are equally as good. It's not like they're seal clubbing to an extent. I mean, what you see is what you get with these fellas.
And don't misunderstand, because if they play on another server, they also have to earn all their tanks and their crew skills and everything back. That's not
Totally.
something you can just buy. Well, some of the tanks you can, but generally no.
Yeah, it's not that straightforward. It's not that straightforward. I mean, because as you say, you've still got to go through the grind, and it can be painful, guys. I mean, I'm grinding away on Asia, and admittedly, I've got some of the meta, but certainly not all of the meta for tournaments. And I've been grinding it for a year, just over a year now. And it's hard work. It really is hard work. And
Also, just want to say, we have a damage guess that is 24 away from the actual score.
Wow. Let's have a look at the chart. So, the Joneses have turned over Loka. 3-2.
Ooh. Wow.
It went to the edge. It went all the way to the edge. Now, it looks like the final of the upper bracket is tomorrow. So Endgame and the Joneses will be playing tomorrow. Not today, guys. We're not seeing Joneses or Endgame today. Tomorrow. So we will be watching BPS and Loka today.
That's going to be beautiful as well.
Absolutely. I mean, two fantastic clans again. We've just seen BPS in action. And Loka, well, never underestimate Loka. You do so at your peril.
Exactly. And I've got some winners for us.
Yay!
So the score was 14,324. And we had Bluto3 from the Acer server that guessed 14,300.
Oof.
So that was very close.
That is close.
Collateral Damage from the NA server guessed next closest. Then you have St. Georgie from the EU server that also won a Battle Pass. Necromancer from the Acer server. And our very own Lord Cantius also got closest. 5th closest. So he made it just...
Oh, well done, all 5 of you. Well done indeed.
And again, just to standard disclaimer, the Battle Pass is active from August 1st, but that's not a work day, that's actually on a Sunday. So the Battle Pass will come either August 2nd or August 3rd. If you have not gotten it by August 4th, then message us. Otherwise, you just need to be a little bit patient before you get it.
Yeah, and it's just said there, and like I said earlier, guys, you have to let us know, but don't forget, the Battle Passes are not coming from us as such, they're coming from Wargaming. So, Wargaming normally say to us, expect them on a certain date. And as Amaunet said, the 1st of August is a weekend, so you're not going to get it at the weekend. The chances are you'll get it on the 2nd. If you don't get it by the 3rd, let us know.
Yeah. Just message us on Discord or in-game, then that's the easiest way for us to find you and everything. I'm always saving the guesses and what you put in, so as long as your in-game name is spelled correctly, that should be fine.
Totally. So, that's what we're looking for, guys. Let's have a look at Wild Ones Helper going out in the Low Reliant. There you go. Rolling out in a tier 8. Why not? And as you can see, he's got the nice legendary camo, which is interesting on the grounds that the tank never had a legendary camo. But there we go. So,
which tank, sorry?
The Low Reliant.
Ah.
Because the Louver was
I remember
never...
when they had to take that camo out.
Yeah, they did.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had no choice. But they've replaced it now with a different type of sort of thing. But yeah, we're set to see some good stuff. I mean, like you said, we've just seen BPS. BPS, by the way, I believe, didn't they lose last night to Loka? I think they did. Which is why they were playing Endgame today. So BPS just had a good run against Endgame. Yes, they lost, but boy, Endgame are tricky to beat at the best of times, to be fair. And to be honest with you, on Campostilla, it looked like BPS did have the upper hand in both of those matches. Maybe not on Faust, but certainly on Campostilla. The thing is, they're going to be buoyed up.
Very different maps, though.
We are, but they're going to be buoyed up, I think, a little bit. They want their revenge against Loka, and they'll be feeling a little bit positive that they could have turned over Endgame. but didn't, and they'll have the bit between their teeth a little bit more. Thing is, Loco have just lost to the Joneses. Now, if the Joneses played like they played last night, then that would have taken Loco by surprise. But they're going to be miffed, and they're going to be wanting to turn over BPS, knowing they've already done that. So it's being set up for a fantastic game.
Yes.
Now,
I am curious though about what we're going to see, because the maps that we have, Hellas is hella tiny.
it is, yes.
And yeah. And then we get Nube, which is like a super heavy map, and then Winter Malinovka as a tiebreak, and that's pretty much the only map of these that I actually like, because it's more open and allows for interesting positioning.
The other thing we've got to remember, one of the teams is going to go out today, I believe.
Yeah.
It's either going to be
In
Loco
this case,
or BPS.
whoever loses this one is out. And that's the thing, like when you get teams like these, and I like all the teams that we have right now, I don't want any of them to lose.
Yeah, I don't want any. This is the thing. You don't want anybody to go out. It's like yesterday, I didn't want anybody to go out, and today I don't want anybody to go out. But unfortunately, we have to have it whittled down to those last two into the final on Saturday. So we are going to lose either BPS or Loca. It all depends. Which one are we going to lose? Because both clans are going to be backs against the wall, and both clans have the ability to win. They bring a lot to this table. So, as Amaunet said, Hellas is not the friendliest of maps tournament-wise. It's pretty small. So, it's going to be interesting to see what goes down on that map, because that's the opening map of this tour. So, I'm looking forward to this. We've got about 10 minutes before kickoff, I believe.
Yeah, the stupid thing is, like, in the battle time that it says in the tournament description, it actually doesn't match the time that it's in the game.
Yeah, yeah, I've noticed that. They keep saying different times. But
I do think, like, the matches on the Saturday are, like, at 4 p.m? 5 p.m.
5 p.m, I believe.
Let's have a look.
Although I could be mistaken.
Yeah, 5 p.m. But that's the thing, like, I get it, because Wargaming wants to stream that on the official channel, and they want to do that at a time that's still a little bit, like, normal for them. But there's, like, a 3-hour gap between that time and what is the normal tournament time. That's always a bit tricky. Apparently yesterday on one of the NA streams, you just needed to guess the winner. Oh, actually, I need to announce that as well. The guess the winner stuff. Who are we going for, Loca or BPS?
Well, we just had BPS, so it's going to have to be Loca.
Okay, in the second game of the matchup, post your in-game name, server, and exact damage guess in order to win one of 5 August battle passes.
Just looking at the middle echelon, while I unpin the first one and pin the second one. So if you have a look, so if we look, we've got the in the middle echelon we have 7 Erks and Sparta into the finals of the upper bracket, and RNG and TTT will be rolling out into the semi-finals of the lower bracket. So there you go.
Nice.
And then if we continue down to the lower echelon, which is it's worked out a little bit differently, but in the final stages of the lower echelon we have Winky in Corpi and GX in Final. So quite a lot of teams. That's Group 1 though, then the Group 2. So yeah, it's worked out differently, the lower bracket. It's a bit different. So, but that's what we're looking at. But we're focused on this one. And as I said, we're not the only streams guys, but everybody's now beginning streaming this one because this is the only game. So all of us are streaming this one. Yay! Everybody. Every
This is
man and
also
his
why
dog.
you generally see less and less streams as the finals come.
Yeah. But
The thing is,
it's-
you used to see like 4 streams of the same games, and it's a bit much then, to be honest.
yeah. Well, we should be getting the invite coming through anytime soon.
Yeah, like half a minute or so. No, actually a minute from now.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes and 42 seconds. Usually comes around 4:30, 4:40 there or something. But close enough.
Ah, Plat 7, my friend. I almost screwed your name up last night. Almost. Almost. But not quite. I actually got it right for a change. But I did call you Pee-Poo Platoon again, like an idiot that I am. Ooh. So this is going to be. I'm expecting some pretty hardcore edge of the seat type games coming up now between these two.
Oh god, I hope so. I really, really hope so. Someone just made a guess and YouTube thought it was spam because it's a
Yeah,
very
I saw that.
interesting
I saw that. There's the room.
Noise.
The first map
Also, the
protected
tournament invite
house.
room bug is finally gone.
Yes, it's only taken a few seasons. But you're right, it's finally gone.
Now they just need to fix the other bug.
Yeah, they need to now fix the replay bug.
No, oh, not just that's another one. But
That's
there's
another
a bug
one.
where if you are in the tournament room and you have to restart the game or whatever, the game doesn't let you back into the tournament room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a very, very bad one.
Oof. Originator, there's no way I can do it too. Oh, I'm quite. Yeah, Yusuf, get your name in first now. Get it in now. Not after. Now.
Exactly. Owen already did, so that's all good. And this is the thing. This is why I always tell people, like, there's never like tons of people guessing. So if you've already won one on your own account, feel free to enter for a friend. Like, you can enter once per giveaway, but you can enter for yourself or for a friend. That's fine.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I'm getting quite excited over this game now.
Yes.
This is going to be an interesting one. And Loka doing their utmost here to catch me out with 2 Sebultastics. 2.
So it's a Sabui and a Sabol.
Yeah. Hang on. We got Sebultastic.
I hate it when they do that. They're also driving the same tank. That's not fair.
Sebultastic. Yeah, exactly. So we got Sebultastic. Sebultastic's in a crown wagon, and Sebultastic is in a crown wagon. Yes. All the rest are easy. I mean, Ventastic, Unitastic, Utastic, Steaktastic. I know him. Try and guess who Steaktastic used to be. And then, of course, there's Anyatastic. And if you can't guess who that juicy Steaktastic used to be, then shame on you. In fact, I'm surprised he's not streaming from his viewpoint. Probably is.
Juicy streaming.
Juicy is streaming, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I got
a notification from his channel.
My notifications aren't coming up again. It's really annoying. Don't know why.
On Discord, mind, not on YouTube.
Oh no, I got notifications on Discord. It's annoying though. But yeah, so you'll be seeing it from his point of view.
Thing is, and this is nothing against any YouTuber anywhere, I do not enjoy watching YouTube. There's a few YouTubers I like, and they've got nothing to do with Blitz.
Ah, there you go. We all feel aggrieved now. But we've got just under a minute before kickoff on Halas. Oh, dearie
Ooh,
me.
Addictivo made it into the chat.
Hello, Addictivo. You gave us some good fun last night, my friend. In the game,
Definitely.
for anybody wondering, he was in Kraken S against Endgame.
Also, just to clarify, no, you cannot enter multiple times. No, you can't enter for multiple people. You can enter once per giveaway, and you can enter with your own in-game name or someone else's in-game name. That doesn't matter. But once per giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well-
This is basically, for me, this is a map that shouldn't be in, well, not necessarily not in tier 10, but kind of not in tier 10. It's just so tiny.
It is. It is. It is very small. And there's a lot of clippers there.
See.
I mean, clearly, Loka like Kranvagons. They clearly like a Kranvagon. On the grounds they've got 5 of the
be
darn
honest-
things.
Just a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if these were brawly games, on this map at least, because it is so small. And neither of them, well actually no, BPS has a Vicar, so they can run around in camp bases, but the rest of them do not. Loka doesn't. Georgie, you already won, do not enter again.
So I'm going to be interested to see what Loka are going to do with all their Kranvagons, actually. I mean, they're great haul down, and this is an undulating map with lots of bumps and dips and everything. So they've all been spotted very quickly. That's Efenjani there in the Vickers doing his job. All those light bulbs going off very quickly there.
Yeah, they are resetting base A though.
Well, Ventastic is out there on his own, and he's got Zerd and Object 3 to contend with. And the chances are, with the rest of Loka being spotted, it may give Object 3 and Zerd an opportunity to think, do they, don't they? The problem is, if they did push down onto Ventastic, then it wouldn't be difficult for Ootastic and Unitastic and Staketastic to turn around and just take them out, which is probably why they're not pushing.
But that's the thing, they either, the people in the base from Loka can turn around and help Fantastic, or they can just push hard on the other side, because they would have a gun advantage either which way.
Yeah. What I'm interested in now is the tussle over here with Anyatastic and Whoopsie and the person behind Whoopsie, who I can't see at the moment, unfortunately.
Radicals.
Radicos, there you go. Because...
The thing is, though, that BPS has the advantage. They do not really need to do anything. It will be up to Loka to move, and that's the thing. I think BPS wants to get Loka out of that dug-in position that they are.
Johnny there again, rolling around the map, trying to find out where everybody's moved to. And as you can see here, Loka's been bled a little bit more than BPS, and of course the points are in favour of BPS at the moment.
I think BPS is being really smart now. They've sort of dug into their own spawn. They're going to protect base B. They are in a position to decap that very fast. But if Loka were to push any which way, there's a lot of crossfire into anyone crossing towards Boopsie and Radicals. Basically, I think this should be a very patient game, to be honest.
Zerd is in a very cheeky position back there. Right at the back of the map, so he can overlook that B cap without being spotted. And then you've got the Yoza Playmaker General and Object 3. They're in a great position as well, all hauled down, able to react to either anything down the middle or anything going into the B cap. I mean, Loka are not going to be in a rush to do anything. They're going to probably wait it out for another 100 points, maybe make a move at the 750, 800 mark, potentially. But it's where they're going to push is the thing. Because they're not...
Then Josh needs to be careful.
Yes, he does. But I'm just looking here. Loka are not really stacking up to push through onto B, and they're not really stacking up to push through onto the C cap either, although Anya-Tastic has now moved around to look at the C cap. And gets a smacking. And now you can see Playmaker and Object 3 making their move around, anticipating the B cap being, the C cap going, and boom, there goes an HE roll. There goes a big roll, and poor old Anya-Tastic in a world of pain.
But they force BPS to move, and we have Zerd actually taking a more defensive position of base B now, with Zerd moving forwards to make sure that that can't be capped.
Oh,
he has to be careful. He got trapped there, but we lost very little health for it.
He did. I think he didn't drop his. He didn't drop his reactive armor, but I think they were HE rolls mainly. But he got smacked there, but then was Anya-Tastic, and this is looking in favour at the moment of BPS. Although Zerd
they've got the gun, they've got the bases.
But Zerd and Ventastic are having a tussle over there. We can't see them because we're at the other side of the map, but you can see that they're tussling.
But this base cap basically makes all the difference, because even if they were to go after Fpenjaj because he's an easy target, they're not going to be able to win just by taking him out.
Oh, they're trying to push onto
Here we go.
Playmaker.
BPS
But
has
it's
the
all
first
over.
game.
Yep, they were trying to push onto Playmaker, but it's all over. Points in their favour. State-tastic going down as well.
Worried when BPS started pushing, because that could have gone the other way as well. But with Loka being already in movement and too spread out to basically make use of that effectively, very well done. Very patiently played by BPS, and that made all the difference here.
Yes. And the 5 Crown Wagons not really doing what one expected.
Well, and I think it's more that Loka was expecting BPS to push any which way, and then those clippers would have been absolutely deadly.
Absolutely, yes.
But they didn't.
Which is unlike
Beautifully
BPS, because BPS are quite aggressive. They are quite an aggressive team. And that wasn't an aggressive playstyle from them just. That was more calculated and cool and calm.
Absolutely lovely. This is a good start, especially for BPS here, especially with regards to the last couple of times they fought Loka and everything. So anything can still happen.
Well, we've got another 5 Crown Wagon lineup here. In fact,
Yeah,
it's
the idea of what Loka had definitely isn't wrong.
Well,
But
it's
because
exactly
they didn't have the early point advantage,
yeah.
that's the thing.
Well, it's exactly the same lineup for them. It's exactly the same lineup. Anya-Tastic's in an E5 again, and Utastic's in a Yo. With the 5 Crown Wagons. And looking over at BPS, the same lineup as well. They haven't changed either, apart from no Object is still in a Crown Wagon. So similar line. They haven't changed their meta at all since the last game. So it'd be an interesting one.
Which makes sense, to be honest.
But this time, Loka going to be a bit more, a bit more aggressive out the blocks, thinking that BPS aren't going to push like they did last time. Oh, decisions.
And the guessing is over. With 5 minutes delay, you'll hear me actually say it, but it is over. And let's see if BPS can pull this off again.
Well, I mean, they're riding high at the moment. Don't forget, guys, it's still best of 5, so it's the first of 3 victories. And this is the thing. So pretty much similar.
This is also what I've... Sorry, yeah?
No, go on. I was just about to say it's pretty much mirror image tactics at the moment, apart from... Yeah, it's pretty mirror image.
This is why I always feel that those fantasy consumables should not be a thing. Oh, Fpenjaj got so lucky there.
Did he ever? And he got lucky again.
So lucky.
Sebeltastic. One of the Sebeltastics also missed him.
Yeah. But
Now,
now, situations are reversed. Loka has the
yes.
advantage, and it will be up to Loka to make a push somewhere. And even the Kranwalkers are in the same positions that BPSs were last game.
But there's 5 of them. And there's 5 of them here. So Zerd is saying his DC is lagging a bit. That's Discord, by the way. He's saying the game's okay. This time, Loka have got the advantage on the cap, so they just need to bunker down, and they've got a lot of hull down tanks. In fact, they've got 7 hull down tanks, of which 5 have got rock solid frontal armoured turrets.
BPS is going to have to make a move, and I don't think they should be as patient as Loka was last game, because they were too patient.
Yeah, and the thing is, Zerd is saying he's got no VC, by the way. So Zerd can't communicate, which is very difficult.
Like the caller.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah. I can't see your chat, but it's important for me. It's important that the stream can see it anyway.
Yeah. So Zerd is now telling his team to cap because he's got no VC. So, and as the caller, that's pretty disastrous for BPS.
Yeah. Like, I'm not 100% sure he's the caller, but in every team he's ever been in, he has always been the caller.
Mm-hmm.
And he is great at his job. He's very intuitive, and that makes him such a fantastic caller.
So you can see BPS here they're just waiting a little bit. They are behind on the base points.
Yeah, the question is, where are they going to push? Because Steaktastic is still there. Josh knows this. Steaktastic will also know that it's the Vicus that's going to have him spotted.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Zerd Object 3 are able to drop their boosts and get down.
It's going to be very tricky. They're going to lose a lot of HP crossing over if they want to go after Anya.
Well, I don't know if they want to go after Anya or they want to go into the C cap. Zerd is making a move. He's just dropped in the chat, move to C, but then he's been spotted. So he is the caller, and he's finding it difficult.
Now Steaktastic is making a move as well.
Zerd is going to try and get into the C cap, which he does. Is he going to stay there? No, he gets reset by Sebultastic. Oh, and he's just getting a lot of pain. Whoopsie and Radikos now trying to relieve the pressure on Zerd. Over the other side of the map, though, we've got Unitastic and Steaktastic taking the A cap.
Yeah, but Josh is not going to survive it. There he goes. And this is basically putting BPS back a lot.
General and Playmaker may be able to take down one of these crans, but Playmaker is going the other way. And so is General. They're going for the middle area. They've got the C cap. The A cap is going to be going. BPS are down on points, and they're down on tanks, and they're down on hit points.
There's no way that they're going to lose this, even if one of the Sebels dies.
Yeah.
BPS would have to take out tanks very, very quickly in order for them to make this. And there we go. We're already at 1k points.
Yeah, they didn't have the HP, and I'm just wondering now how much how much impact did Zerd losing his VC have if he's the caller?
100%.
Absolutely, and it's not. I mean, that's not taking anything away from Loka, not anything at all.
But not saying that, but if you do not have the caller, that makes all the difference.
So there's the damage. By the way.
Yes.
12,490. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at, but
funny thing is that is a very low score to have for a team that has won, but that's mainly because you play Supremacy.
Yeah.
And it's also going to be stressful because there's a chance that if Zerd has to restart his voice, if he's on the same device that he's on with the game, then that could kick him out of the game and that could lock him out of the tournament room because of that lovely bug.
Good point.
So there is that too. No pressure, no stress.
Well, now we're moving into New Bay, and it's even Stevens on the score front. But you gotta, yeah, I mean, you've got to feel a little bit sort of bad for BPS there if Zerd lost his VC. And those of you who are watching on the stream, you would have seen Zerd's messages saying he's got no VC, his Discord is gone, and he was trying to coordinate, but it's very difficult because don't forget these guys are on touch, and if they're as bad at typing and playing as I am at the same time, it's not easy unless you've got preset
very,
commands.
very difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy. You can't get the right message across at the right time. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other very, very, very skilled players in that team. Whoopsie, Object 3, etc., etc. But it's not what they would have been used to. That's the thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully he's gotten it fixed.
Well, we'll find out shortly.
Yeah. But that's again, it's the same thing as getting an AFK that drives into the enemy team or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not how you want to win or lose. Like, if you get outplayed, fine.
Completely.
Yeah.
So here we have Object 3. They're heading for the ramps, which is not a surprise. I mean, the ramps is a very dominating position on this map. And you can see that's where BPS are going. And Loken not going in the same place, but they're going to try and get that crossfire in. They're going to go to this big crossroads in the middle here. And look to get those crossfires in. And Unitastic is getting spotted, same as one of the Sebultastics.
Thing is, you now see BPS getting ready to crossfire anyone that is going after Whoopsie, basically, because if they cross the park...
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that was very lucky, but not anymore.
No, it's not. I mean...
What is he doing?
I don't know what Whoops is doing, actually. I'm trying to get over there quickly, but he's getting smacked and smacked and smacked.
It was a very weird way to drive.
And he's lost a lot of HP. Half his HP getting out of that position. Unnecessarily, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because he had tanks in support if they tried to cross from that park to push him. And he is a haul down tank in that E5. So, interesting call.
They do have two bases though, so the pressure is on Loka to do something, anything.
And they're pushing down through the middle and up onto the ramps.
And they're pushing Zerd. And Zerd needs to not be there, very quickly.
And Zerd is doing his best. He drops his adrenaline, he drops his super duper booster, but again, the way the Loka tanks had sorted that out. And Radikos
is now being stolen.
BPS are on the back foot a little bit here. Again, they've been bled. Whoopsie, quite unnecessarily.
It seems like they're sort of like caught by surprise, and that's the part that I do not understand. But look at the amount of HP they've lost while doing pretty much no damage in turn.
And
that is weird.
But it's not just that. I mean, it's like there was a big bottleneck then on the ramp, and it's unlike BPS to sort of play that style.
That does make me fear that voice is still not working for Zerd.
Totally, because it just seems a bit disjointed. It's very disjointed.
Yeah.
And you can see here. I mean, with the exception of Ventastic, they've already lost Effenjards, and they've just been bled. BPS.
Yeah.
When they were
brutally bled.
But they were in a dominant position.
And they could potentially still turn it around, but that's not going to be very easy when you're 2 guns down and you have 2 very low HP targets still alive on the other side. It's...
I mean, Whoops is a one-shot. Okay, General, Object 3 and Playmaker are still there, but look at the amount of hit points. I mean, it's 3,000 between the two. And it's...
And 2 bases.
And 2 bases.
And BPS just sort of feels lost here.
Yeah, and like you said, it's probably they've still got this communication issue. Because it's certainly...
That is my guess, because this is so disjointed. I'm not used to that at all. At the same time, Whoopsie is also a fantastic caller to have, and there's more. And even if you do not have the exact same tactics and everything, there are other callers out there. I do not think that there wouldn't be someone taking over if Zerd is not on voice still. It can be like psychologically shocking and everything, but these are pro players. They know how to deal with situations like this.
Totally, but I mean that just seemed a little bit off. That game, a little bit off.
Yeah, just it.
But the thing is, it's a big game, guys, because it's now match point to Loka.
Yeah.
So Loka are now one away from going into the lower final bracket tomorrow. Whereas what we've got here, we've got BPS on the back foot now, when they started so positively.
That's sad, because that's mainly because of that second game.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I mean, they started so positively in that first game. I mean, they did it absolutely perfectly. They did exactly what they needed to do. And then the second game, the Zerd halfway through loses his VC, and they become a little bit, again, disjointed.
Lost.
And then in this game, they just seem to be totally disjointed.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I mean, you could turn around and say, oh, wow, Whoopsie made a bad play. It depends. I mean, who's calling? Because Whoopsie's going to react to the call. And if they say to Whoopsie, get out of there, then he's going to get out of there. And then he's getting smacked while he's trying to react to the call. If the call is not being made, but it's something they've done in training and something was said by somebody else. There's all these things that go in, because when you look back on it, Whoopsie didn't need to move from his location, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then when they were going up the ramp, BPS, it was like watching a random game. An encounter battle where everybody's sort of jostling for position on the ramp to get a shot into that one tank, which in this case was fantastic. And it just didn't seem the right BPS.
I think there were also game issues there, because the way that Whoopsie pulled away from base B, he wasn't taking the safety line. He was basically... Either he was in sniper mode looking back and playing... Basically, it's not what I'm used to from a player with his caliber.
No.
Where you're just not aware of where you're driving.
Exactly. Now, we've got a completely different tactic here from Loka. We got the Sebeltastic and Staketastic really, really aggressively forward there. And then spotting up quite a few of the BPS guys, but also Sebeltastic getting smacked for his troubles.
And they need that. They need the advantage. F-Punjaj has to be careful not to get outgunned there, though, because he is in a very tricky position.
I think there is some communication problem still, because Object 3 is now saying, attack this tank, attack that tank. And they've called...
Yeah, then there's definitely still issues.
So there's been a call to push onto Sebeltastic, or one of the Sebeltastics, the one on the ramp next to Ventastic. And Radikos is there.
Big hits into Radikos there.
Oh, but here comes the Yos of Loka, Utastic, Anyatastic, and Staketastic in the Clan Wagon also coming up. But Sebeltastic should go down, and he does.
Now they're chasing Fantastic around, tracking him, making it all the more brutal.
And he's going to go down.
They're losing a lot of HP doing it.
Yeah, but they're going to get 2 tanks out of the game, which is what they needed.
Yeah.
Now they can
put
need
that gun advantage.
Now General can put pressure onto Staketastic here. And he does.
And
gets, third shot goes in as well. All 3 landing. But now Utastic.
Yo going after Zerd there. And he gets him. But look at the amount of HP that just dropped away from him.
Yeah, but it's... I mean, BPS have the advantage here. They've got the hit points. They've got the guns. It's not about the bases this game. They're leaving...
but they're going to need to make every shot count.
They do. I mean, they're going to leave Unitastic to the end there, trying to get Anyatastic Object 3, and he's done well, but Unitastic's going to hurt him. Steaktastic just managing to stay out of harm's way because he is a one-shot. So is now object 3.
Not hitting. 3 versus 3. They should have this based on HP alone already, and Playmaker is just going to go after Amaunet.
Yeah, Playmaker should be able to finish Amaunet off here. There goes number 1.
And General is a little bit stuck with all corpses.
And there we go. Yeah, F&Char's got to be careful here though.
Yeah, but even if he dies, they have the points, they have the guns.
Well, Playmaker can
And
now
there comes
come in.
Playmaker.
Yeah, he can relieve the pressure now. I mean, as soon as Steaktastic went down, it was much easier for BPS.
I almost thought Playmaker was going to ram him. It did look like that for a moment.
So, we level it
But
back up
well
again. Oof. We are back to level pegging.
Yes, and now we're going to get a tiebreaker. And that's going to make things hella interesting because you have a different map. You have a spawn that you either like or don't like. You will have tactics for both sides, but it's such a completely different kind of map as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, it's almost guaranteed to have a good game on Winter Melanovka. Unless, of course, you're Raid, who don't like Winter Melanovka. I've noticed. They really don't like it. But, Daniel, Romeo is not God. Geseo is. Anyway, there we go. That's what I'm saying about that.
I'm also, by the way, not going to count St. George's entry because he already won one.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair enough. So, looking at the teams here. Oh, double mouse potentially for BPS. It is a double mouse
That's
for BPS.
going to be interesting. I mean, it might be a good choice, but it might also be their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to rack my brain on anywhere other than the B or the C cap. It's certainly not going to be the A cap. Although I've said that before when streaming Blitz Cup on RU server, and they went to the desert to the A cap.
To be fair, RU is a bit wonky at times compared to the other servers. They have their own rules of physics and everything there.
They do indeed. They do indeed. That took us all by surprise. We said, "Oh, they got mouses. They're going to go to the B cap." And lo and behold, they went to the A cap out on desert sands. Who would have thought that? But anyway, this is the tiebreaker. Winner takes it all. Best of luck to both guys. Best of luck to both teams. Good luck both of you.
Whew. To be fair, I can't be disappointed when you get a tiebreaker.
No. But the dual mouse strat here for BPS.
Let's see. Thing is with the Vickers, with the speed boost and everything, they can just arrive anywhere at any time, and that just makes them so deadly and potentially lethal.
And they're
Now
going.
you have F split in the middle.
But they're going nowhere near that A cap. Nowhere near it.
No, I think they know better.
And simultastic. Oh, look at this. Look at F. Look at F. Unbelievable. Yeah. Wow.
Unspotted the whole time.
Yep.
And it was needed because they need to get that base C. But they kind of also need to get base B. And that's going to be very tricky. Look at where those mice and the Kranwagens and the Yo and everything are lined up. They're not there for show.
Yeah, but Steaktastic trying to put blind shots in there into the C cap, thinking probably there was a mouse. Zerlis put himself in the corner by the B cap. Pretty difficult to do anything there other than hold. Same as Radicals. They're both holding. But what I'm interested in is Playmaker in Object 3 just holding back, just waiting to see if anything comes down that flank, whilst also covering the mouses. And you can see the Yos are doing the same thing.
And firing some bloodshot into Amaunet and Fantastic, especially now that they've been spotted.
Mm-hmm.
Very cheeky spot because they know the Vickers is there. They're actually pressing the map. You can't see that part. Mm-hmm. They know that F. Josh is there. But the thing is, like, if you get spotted there, you know where someone's going to be, especially once base C has been kept and you've not spotted anything.
Well, they've got the advantage at the moment as Loka, and what they're looking for here, you can see you've got Unitastic, Aniatastic, Ventastic also, and the two Sebeltastics. Sorry, no, Staketastic and Sebeltastic with Alttastic, all poised for that B cap. Mm-hmm. That's what they're poised for, expecting it to pop. But I'm seeing in the corner of my little eye, Whoopsie. In his yo. Yes!
But he did get spotted, so they know that the Vickers is still there as well.
Yes.
And he's not stupid enough to just push there.
And you can see the Kranwagons as well, moving sort of into a position of thinking everything was coming. Oh, and Zerd is saying attack the Kranwagen. Which Kranwagen, though? Maybe,
yeah, the one with Aniatastic, probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Ventastic, but...
With Loka, they're just pressing the maps for positioning and where they feel that they should reinforce or where they know that someone is because of blind shots and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now they're stacking up over there. I mean, Sebeltastic is literally out on a limb. Whoopsie is spotted. Whoopsie will know that's coming from the Vickers. Playmaker and Object 3 are coming round, slowly making their way over. But now they've stopped. No, they're making their way again. Now the Vickers of Effenjars is also... They're going to make a play for A.
They have to do something, and they have to be careful. And they're going to bet their money mainly as the ball, I think. And now they just really have to grab base A quickly, because there's going to be a reaction on the other side.
Yeah. I mean, Whoopsie got smacked big time. They've got to get into A, whilst C, Ventastic is going to drop into C.
Base B is being kept. That's also a big issue.
Oh,
they can't allow that. Base C is being stolen. This is the thing. You knew that this was going to happen the moment that you left that base. That you left that side of the map.
I mean, they will take the A cap, but the B cap is not being reset. Now there are two tanks in there. And it's looking like it's going to favour Loka. They've got the points. There's got to be tanks taken out now, and Staketastic or Unitastic are going to be... Oh, it goes down to Unitastic, but Zerd is also gone.
And now they're dropping HP very quickly. We have Vickers versus Vickers in the corner, and that can go every which way, but they need to get those bases. They need to stop them from getting points.
BPS have got the points.
They need to focus fire very hard here.
BPS have taken the advantage, but...
Whoopsie's not going to survive.
But the advantage swaps again to Loka. No, it swaps again to BPS. Oh, this is going to be a close one. Back to Loka. Playmakers desperately getting out of there. Loka have got the advantage.
They still do. They need to take the tanks out, and they can't really. They're now blocking the points, but basically now base C is being capped, but it's also being basically attacked hard here.
Playmaker is in a world of pain.
If anyone dies, Anya has to die, and has to die fast. There he goes. 995.
Oh! How close do you want to take it? Unbelievable! That went.
Freaking fantastic.
That went. Loka, BPS, Loka, BPS, Loka, BPS.
Yes.
Stalemate.
It was battle for base B in this case. That's also where the corpses were piling up. It was very needed for them to get all of that, all the kills, and just stand in the base and just keep them from getting points. But also just want to point out, I forgot who it was because my memory is shite, but like the guy going to base C to just stand there to keep Loka from getting points from that base.
Playmaker. It was Playmaker.
Vital.
Yes.
Yeah. Playmaker was vital there.
But the thing is...
Had you not done that...
The thing is, you make a good point, because two of the Loka guys chased him down into the C cap to try to take him out, and they didn't take him out, and that was critical, because he was in his Kranwagen and he managed to load his magazine before he got to the C cap, which was critical.
Yeah.
Unbelievable games. Oof! What can I say? Wowzers.
This is why I stream tournaments, games like this.
And of course, I mean, we have to say big, massive congratulations to BPS, but huge commiserations to Loka. I
As
mean,
well, yeah.
wow. You don't like to see any clan go out, but boy, when they go out like this, when it's so close, it's,
You feel for them, and at the same
yeah.
time you're cheering for the other team as well, because this was really, really epic.
Absolutely. Couldn't all clans have fought great next 2 days.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I don't think, like, I've always liked the EU teams best, mainly because I know them the most and I know the play. Sometimes since I've been this hyped for EU games.
Totally,
I will
totally
be honest
agree.
about that. But like, this is like, we've seen BPS versus EG as well, and
I mean, like so
they
many
can do it. The
positive ways.
potential is there, and again, I'm not trying seasons.
Mm-hmm.
That it's actually great to see them get really proper competition this time. They're being
And on that point, TTT, so RNG are through to the finals of the lower bracket. So that's tomorrow as well. So it's going to be, guys, it's going to be fantastic, I'm telling you. But we can't go anywhere
Yeah.
yet because announcements are going to be made about winners and stuff.
I'm just checking real quick to see that I've got everyone, and I do. So the winners for the 5 battle passes are Mr. Swerin from Asia server, Yuda Chef, Zeidrith. Yuda Chef is actually his YouTube name. Zeidrith from Asia server. And to have a quick check. Yeah, that's correct.
We've got no more games for you. That's it. It's all over until tomorrow.
Oh my god. And tomorrow's going to be a different format again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think tomorrow is best of 7, I believe.
I think it is best of 7,
Because
yes.
they never stick to the same format. I get that they're toying around with things,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a bit confusing. So yeah, tomorrow is best of 7. And then we start with the upper bracket, of course, and then followed by the lower bracket.
Yeah. So, until then, guys, congratulations to all those who've won Battle Passes today. Again, we're doing Battle Passes
Yes.
tomorrow. So, be mindful of that. And we'll be going out with